Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm Shah and this is Thoroughly Enjoyed Books. You might have noticed I've got my blanket around me today. I'm quite cold, but I thought that I would do kind of like a cozy catch-up type video that I thought maybe I could do every few months, maybe on a Sunday about middle of the month, just to update you on how things are going. Doing it kind of like a newsletter, news broadcast kind of style. I'm not sure how this will work, so this is a trial. Basically, I thought I would just come here, tell you a little bit about what I've been doing, what I've been reading, watching, playing, who I've been watching on YouTube, all that kind of stuff, and just kind of give you a booktube update. Let me know what you think about this idea down below, if there's any other things that you think I could maybe incorporate into this type of thing. But I just thought we'll give it a go. We're just going with the flow, see how it goes today, and then we'll take it from there. So let's start off with the things that you're probably most interested in. And that is, of course, what I'm currently reading. So I have 3 books on the go at the minute. Don't really judge what I'm reading by my Goodreads page, because I kind of pick up a book, scan it onto my currently reading on Goodreads, and then half the time I'm not reading that book. I've like read the first couple of pages. So I started Queenie right at the beginning of May. This is about the mental health journey that this young black woman Queenie goes on, and it looks a lot at her culture, dealing with her mental health and her personal life. I've purposely tried to know as little about this book as possible because I've heard amazing things. I've heard it's kind of being compared to Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine, which I haven't read but I've really wanted to, and I picked this up for the mental health-a-thon. Unfortunately, this month has not been good for my mental health, so I've not really been taking part in that as much as I maybe would have liked to have been. But this is a book that hopefully in a couple of weeks I might feel a bit better about and get back into. The book that I would say I'm currently most actively reading at the minute is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. This was sent to me by my lovely friend Katie over at Brightness Katie Reads. I am loving this. I'm only about 100 pages into it. I am taking it quite slowly because I've just got so much going on at the minute. But this is about a young girl named Blue who grows up in like a fortune teller family, and she has always known that if she falls in love and kisses a boy that she is in love with, he will die. And she started to have visions about one particular person and thinks that he might be part of the prophecy. So I'm not very far into this at all. I haven't really worked out much more about what is going on other than what I've just said, but I've wanted to read this for such a really long time. I recently tweeted that this was super cheap on Amazon, so Katie sent it to me. God bless her heart, she's amazing, and she'll be mentioned later on as well. But it's one I've had out of the library about 4 or 5 times over the last 6 or 7 years, and finally getting the chance to read. And the final book that I'm currently reading is called Reasons to be Cheerful by Nina Stibbe. This is for my In Real Life book club. I'm part of a book club in Leicester. This month's theme was local authors. So this is a local author, and this is about a young woman who moves to Leicester, doesn't know anybody after a nasty breakup, and then her only friend is her driving instructor. And this amazes me because this sounds like my life, and she's very depressed when she moves here because, like I said, she doesn't know anyone. She doesn't really want to be living here anyway. So I just thought that this sounded quite like me. So I recommended it to my book club, and it's the one we're currently reading. So I can't wait to get more into this one. So I want to tell you about my favourite book that I've read lately. I reread Normal People by Sally Rooney. Now, I am obsessed with this book at the minute. This was my favourite book of last year, and I recently reread it, and then I treated myself to a hardcover copy, and I bought this on eBay for £25. I did get a copy of Conversations with Friends with it, I'll just put that out there. But the hardcover copies are so hard to get hold of, and I did want the Waterstones edition. However, that was like going for £100. So £25 for this hardback is actually quite cheap. This is my favourite book. This is my favourite story, and swiftly moving on to my favourite things I've been watching, the TV show. The TV show of this is phenomenal. I am currently on my 4th rewatch of it. I absolutely love it, and it's only been out for like 3 weeks, if that. I'm loving it. It's my fave. There's nothing you can do to put me off this book. Let's stick with the booktube related things before we steer off on a tangent. So next I want to talk about a few booktubers that I've been loving recently. Of course, the lovely Shannon from 155 Books probably gets a mention in every one of my videos these days, but I cannot put into words how much I adore this girl. She is beautiful, she is intelligent, the most angelic person on this planet. I absolutely adore this girl, and she is killing it at the minute, guys. She has completely changed the style of her videos, but they're still very her. She's doing a lot more editing, she is doing a lot more creative things with her videos, and I highly recommend you go and check her out and subscribe to her if you're not already. She has been my friend for a little bit over a year now. I text her outside of YouTube. I just adore her, and we are planning to meet up for mojitos when lockdown finishes, and I am dreaming of that day. I cannot wait. I love her so much. Go subscribe to her, please. Another booktuber I have been loving so far is Katie from Brightness Katie Reads. If you are feeling crap, she will cheer you up no end. She is the brightest spark on the internet. She is a bundle of energy and light and happiness, and I absolutely adore her. She is so cute with her little scrunchies, and she mostly reads like fantasy books, a lot of YA but also a lot of adult fantasy, and she just reminds me of joy. I only discovered her channel maybe about a month ago, and it's so quickly become one of my favorites just for her personality. There is nobody on this earth that makes me happy like she does. And then the third booktuber I want to mention is Caroline from Read with Caroline. She's a Norwegian booktuber. I am finding so many amazing European booktubers at the minute, and I absolutely love it. She's from Norway, and she is again a barrel of joy. She's so cheery, she's so happy. Her videos make me feel so comforted, so soothed, and she's just got this personality that is so welcoming, so inviting. She has made so many different videos recently that it's hard to believe she's a new booktuber who's only been making videos since this pandemic. That just completely and utterly blows my mind. She is incredible, and she is going to go so far. She was also part of my Small Booktubers live show a few weeks ago, which I'll leave a link to down below. Go check that out. I just cannot believe how great her videos are, and she's only been doing it for such a short amount of time. So those are 3 booktubers that I've been loving lately. Definitely go subscribe to them and send them all your love, because you will not regret it. Right, let's talk about some stuff that is not related to books. I recently bought a Nintendo Switch. I did want the full version, however I decided in the end just to go for a light. I got this like corally colour because you know me, I like my pink, I like my yellow, I like my bright colours, so I went for this one instead of a grey one. Now I have got 2 games so far. I bought this specifically to play Pokemon Sword and Shield. However, I played that on my brother's Switch when I went to Iceland earlier this year, so I've already played most of it, and I find it really hard to get back into a Pokemon game once I've already played it. I've not played that one a lot because I instead downloaded Animal Crossing, and I have been playing that like crazy. I have visited quite a few friends already, but if you are playing Animal Crossing, please send me a DM over on Twitter or something with either your friend code or a dodo code so that I can come and visit your islands, because I need flowers, and I will of course tip you and give you gifts and things like that. I tend to just play it for like 5 or 6 hours in a row, and before I know it, it's bedtime, and I am a little obsessed. I haven't unlocked terraforming yet, so I'm getting a bit frustrated and bored, but we'll get there at some point. My Switch and Animal Crossing have been lifesavers. Let's talk about my writing for a little bit then. So I've finished uni now for the summer. I am not due back until October, when I'll do my second half of my masters. So I've got a summer of free time. I'm obviously still working, so that hasn't changed. Is the camera dirty? I don't know. I filmed this whole video now. It's gonna have to stick. I have obviously got a lot more free time that I'm not used to having. So I want to use this time to get back into my writing, and I have 2 projects on the go at the minute that I want to tell you about. The first I'm working on is a superhero story. However, it's told from the point of view of the superhero's girlfriend. So I've pitched this to a couple of friends who said it sounds like The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. I've never read that book. I wasn't inspired by that book, but as far as I'm aware, this is going to be completely different, because what I plan on doing is looking at how being the girlfriend of a superhero affects the relationship, how it affects identity and all that kind of thing. So that could be quite a good book if I get into it. It's one that I don't plan on publishing because I've been told there isn't a market for it, but it is something that I personally want to explore, mostly because I love Spider-Man. I don't know if you know this, but Spider-Man is my favourite superhero of all time. I'm kind of obsessed with him. Mary Jane was always a huge, influence for me. She was the first red-headed character that I ever saw, and so for some reason I just always connected with her, and I just don't think she got enough of a voice. This is the case with a lot of females in superhero films, but I always wondered what her life would actually be like, so that's kind of what has inspired me to write this book. The other thing I'm currently working on, I'm so excited about, and it's a murder mystery. So me and my friends did a murder mystery night the other night. We did the Macmillan mystery that is available for free. It's a charity fundraising one. I'll leave a link to that down below so you can download it and do it with your friends. It wasn't the best, but it was free and it was still fun. I decided that I would write my own murder mystery, and I've been working on that all weekend and I am loving it. I have no idea if it's going to work out well. I know exactly what's going to happen. I've just got to put all the bits together, and that is really fun. I'm hoping to get that finished within the next few weeks and do that for my friend's birthday in June. I can't give you any details of that obviously, but if I trial it with my friends and it works, I want to share that with you guys. So those are all the things that I've been doing recently that I thought I would share with you. Let me know what you think of this segment. Is this something that you'd like to see regularly? Like I said, maybe at the middle of the month, so you get kind of an update, from the beginning where I tell you what I'm potentially reading to the end where I do my wrap up. You can kind of see what else is going on in between. I've not vlogged this month just because I vlogged the whole of April and it was exhausting, so I want a bit of a break. So I thought maybe that this will give that insight that you would normally get from a vlog, maybe. I don't know. I might be talking rubbish. I enjoy doing this though and just updating you on things. I'll leave the links to everybody I've mentioned down below. Go and check them out. And I'll also leave links to my Twitter and my Goodreads and all that good stuff, so you can go check me out on there as well. I hope you're taking care of yourselves, and I'll see you in another video very, very soon. Bye.